Science, perception. Reality, doubt. Reasonable doubt. I'm saying, sometimes the more you look, the less you really know.
Hello, my name is Kevin. I am the Dapper Man. That is Dapperman. Once again, I feel I'm going to have to consistently spell my title name out if I'm going to have this channel. Or I just need to learn how to do my own captioning. Anyhow, I'm going to be reviewing a noir film that was directed by the Coen Brothers. If anybody knows anything about the Coen Brothers, they have a very unique type of style towards their movie. That movie is called The Man Who Wasn't There. Now, I do have this movie on DVD, as you can see right here, and it's the only way I've been able to find this movie. However, this movie could do nothing if it was not inspired for a film they did earlier in 1994 by looking at a poster of men's haircuts. That movie was called The Hudsucker Proxy. Now, this review is not on this movie, but it is on this movie. Maybe I'll review that movie sometime later. Now, this film does star Billy Bob Thornton, Francis McDormand, James Gandolfini. I'm probably saying his name wrong, which I'm so used to, anyhow, by this time. Stars Richard Jenkins, Tony Shalhoub, and a 17-year-old Scarlett Johansson, and it has a lot more cameos and different actors in this movie. I'm just not going to name them all, because there is just way too many to even start naming. Ed Crane is a simple, non-talkative, and almost emotionless barber that just seems to appear to accept everything that happens in his life, at least the role in his life. However, an opportunity comes up as he is cutting a client's hair and they discuss about dry cleaning business. Now bear in mind, this is the 1940s, 1949, okay? So we may look at dry cleaning as nothing. This is pretty inventive, it's pretty new, ideal. However, there is a catch. He has to be willing to provide $10,000 to start a business. Ed Crane then gets the idea to blackmail his wife's boss, who is at the retail store, and things turn horribly wrong as they get from bad to worse. Now, just as I said, that's the best I can tell you as far as the story, because if you look into Google, if you look under Rotten Tomatoes, if you look under IMDb, they basically spoil the movie. They already let you know exactly what's happening, and the best way to go into this movie is as blind as you can go inside without knowing anything. I think this DVD right here provides the best example of how to go into a movie, because in the back of it, it is extremely vague. In fact, it doesn't even tell you anything about the movie. It just talks about the director, Joel Coen, which was not both the brothers, which is also very interesting, because under the IMDb website and a couple other sites, it says the brothers directed it. It was one brother that directed it. The brothers written and produced it, but both of them did not direct this film, so I thought that was rather very interesting. This film will not be everyone's cup of tea. It is very different in the noir style. Now, the noir style is not very different. It's very much a noir film. It's just the style, the way the storytelling is. It's a very Coen Brothers type of film. So if you know what a Coen Brothers film is, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't, it's dry humor. It has scenes that linger. It has odd and unique characters. Scenes that make you question people's true intention. And sometimes you just get something completely random that just... why? What is that scene there? It's hard to describe a Coen Brothers film, but that's probably the best I can describe it for you. In fact, speaking of random, when this film, this nearly 2-hour movie, hits that 1 hour and 30-minute mark, the most random twist happens to the movie. I guarantee you, not a single soul will ever catch on. It just throws you out there and spins you around and turns the story completely different. I did not see this coming at all. And I believe that's what they were trying for. It works. Maybe not for everyone. Some people, it'll be the point they just don't care about the movie now. But it still intrigued me to see where they were going with this direction. And I didn't mind it that much. But I can tell you that not everyone will like it. The way they shot this film was very effective. It was very well done. It was shot in color. I wish they shot it in black and white, but then again, when you watch the movie, you would have to think they had shot this movie in black and white because they work perfect. They understand how to do the light, how to do the shadows, because they have more than likely watched so many noir films and their styles. And I just love the style when they do it, because as you can see in this type of shot right here, when you look at a black and white film, there are certain things that just makes it perfect between the light and the shadows. You could see every wrinkle on somebody, you could see the emotions on the face. There is a certain scene with Billy Bob Thornton when he gets angry, because he doesn't show very much emotion in this movie, which is, I think, is pretty sad. But there's a scene where he gets very angry, and when the camera just lingers on a certain particular shot, and the way the shadow covers part of his face, you can feel the pure anger coming out of him, and it was pretty effective in my mind. Because this film was not a box office hit. In fact, it just did horrible at the box office because it didn't do very well, even worldwide. This movie was made for a budget of $20 million, and it didn't even make $19 million back. It barely made $8 million in the States, so that wasn't really much a grand thing, but it has some very great acting, surprisingly good characters in this movie, although I wished Billy Bob Thornton's character as the barber just had more emotion. He had no emotion when he narrates the entirety of the movie, because he narrates the entirety of the movie. It's very monotone, it's very dry, and I could tell you it would not be for everyone. Now, as far as the DVD goes, it had good quality. I enjoyed it. The sound was just fine for a DVD quality. I was just not that, I guess, crazy about the special features. The commentary, I was expecting a lot more into it, and it just felt like just a couple of guys just sitting around talking, which that's what a commentary is, but there was nothing really insightful about, so it didn't really thrill me that much. Listen to them just talk about random things, not really too much about the movie, just random things. I say the one special feature I enjoyed about here was the documentary of the interview they had with the cinematographer. That was very interesting. Other interesting thing to notice about this movie is that it says it's rated R for a scene of violence, which I think is a load of crap, because this had a lot more than one scene of violence. If you want to know why this movie is rated R, here it is right now for you. And as you can see from my title card that I made, there's a lot in this movie to actually consider it R, including the strong language. Is this a noir film I would highly recommend? No. Is it something I would say to watch? Yeah, why not? It's okay, it's not great, and it's not bad. It's okay. I just can't help when I watch this movie, I like to see. It's a great visual of a film, but it's not really that great in story, at least for me. And that is my review for The Man Who Wasn't There. Why was the movie called The Man Who Wasn't There? I don't even know. That's more than I need to go into. So that is my review. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed this review, be sure to comment down below, like this video, share it, subscribe. That actually helps, and I thank you very much, because I'm already at 350 subscribers. You don't know how much I appreciate that, because I was really not thinking I was going to get 350. I really didn't think I was going to get 302 when I hit 302. I thought when I hit 300, I thought the subscribers would just stop right there. It continued, and it's still growing, so thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. And yeah, be sure to tell others about my video if you wish to, as if your heart desires. I am no way pressing you to do that. And that's all I have. So let's see what December has for us. November is already over now, so let's see what December has for us. Hopefully I'll see you around to the next video, and take care. Have a lovely day. Cheers.